Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something really interesting. It's about how that line between your smartphone and, well, professional filmmaking gear is getting seriously blurry.
Yeah, it's shifting fast. It feels like a fundamental change in mobile filmmaking is happening right now.
Totally. My first thought reading about this was, honestly, wow, can a phone really do all that? Because this team up between Apple and Blackmagic Design, it feels like more than just a small step.
It's definitely not incremental. They seem to be pushing the boundaries of what we think portable gear can achieve.
Right. So our mission here in this deep dive is really to unpack how this is setting a new standard. We're pulling insights from an article called iPhone 17 Pro Cinema Camera Redefined with Blackmagic ProDock. Think of this as your quick guide, your shortcut to getting up to speed on something that could genuinely change how stories get told visually.
Okay.
So let's start with this piece of kit, the Blackmagic ProDock. It seems like the central piece here, the thing that really connects the iPhone 17 Pro to more serious filmmaking.
It is. It's this compact accessory, but it's doing a lot of heavy lifting, bridging that gap you mentioned.
Okay, so let's unpack what it actually does for creators. What features does it unlock? Because it's quite a list.
It is. It basically bundles things you'd normally need separate, often expensive gear for.
Like the HDMI output, for instance.
Exactly. Crucial on set. You need external monitors for proper framing, focus pulling, maybe feeding Video Village. That's standard pro stuff.
Got it. And then there's Genlock and timecode support. Now, these sound very technical, but they're huge, right?
Oh, absolutely massive. If you've ever tried to sync multiple cameras, especially phone footage with other cameras, you know the pain. Genlock makes sure all cameras are locked, like framed perfectly. Timecode gives every frame a unique address. Post-production becomes so much easier, especially for complex shoots.
Right. Avoids all that drift and headache in the edit. Okay, what else? It's got multiple USB-C ports.
Yeah, which adds a ton of versatility. Think connecting fast SSDs for recording all that high-quality footage because internal phone storage fills up fast.
Good point.
And professional mics, other bits and pieces you need on a real shoot.
And speaking of mics, it has proper audio I/O too.
Yes, dedicated inputs and outputs. So you can plug in high-quality microphones, monitor your audio properly with good headphones.
Yeah.
Again, like on a professional set, not just relying on the phone's built-in mic or a basic adapter.
Okay, and power. Long shoots are always a battery nightmare with phones.
They thought of that. It has power options built in to keep things running for extended shoots, so you're not constantly sweating the battery percentage.
And the kicker, all of this packed into this one dock. The price is apparently under $300.
Get this, yeah, under $300. That's pretty disruptive when you consider what each of those functions would cost individually in the pro video world.
It really is.
What's fascinating here isn't just, the list of features. It's how significant they are together in one affordable box.
Right.
Like we said, getting reliable HDMI, Genlock timecode, decent audio inputs. That used to mean bulky, dedicated, expensive gear, thousands of dollars, easily. Putting it all into one accessory that just snaps onto your phone. That really does democratize workflows that were, frankly, out of reach for most people just a short time ago.
Yeah.
It's more than just convenience. It genuinely lowers the financial barrier, the complexity barrier, opens things up for people who just couldn't play in that space before.
That accessibility point is huge. But, okay, it's not just the dock doing the work. The phone itself, the iPhone 17 Pro, has had a major upgrade too, hasn't it?
Exactly. The phone isn't just a screen and a processor here. It's bringing its own serious capabilities to the table.
So what are we looking at camera-wise? The article mentions a triple 48-megapixel setup.
That's right. Triple 48 MP cameras and up to 8x optical zoom. So a lot of flexibility there for different shots without just digitally punching in.
Okay, that's impressive on its own. But here's the bit that really jumped out at me. Apple built native Genlock support into the phone itself.
Yes. That's the headline feature on the phone side, I think. It's not coming from the product. The phone's hardware supports it intrinsically.
And that's a first for any smartphone ever.
As far as the source indicates, yes. A complete first, which tells you a lot about Apple's intention here. They're positioning the phone itself as ready for professional cinema integration.
Wow. Okay.
And we connect that to the bigger picture. I mean, the implications of native Genlock in the phone are pretty profound.
Go on.
Well, like we touched on, Genlock is that pro sync signal. It keeps all your video sources perfectly timed.
Right.
Without it, you get drift. Editing becomes a nightmare, especially for fast action or complex scenes.
Right.
Baking that into the phone means you can run smoother multicam shoots directly using these iPhones. It's a feature pro studios absolutely depend on.
So it can actually slot into existing pro workflows.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Means the iPhone 17 Pro isn't just a B cam or something you can film with. It becomes a tool that could genuinely integrate with high-end studio gear, assuming the quality holds up. It leads to tighter control in post, saves time, saves money, leads to a more polished final product. It's basically Apple saying, okay, this phone is now a serious player in professional workflows.
Okay, so we have this powerful dock, an upgraded phone with this native gen lock. Let's bring it back to the listener. Why does this tech combo actually matter for you if you're a creator?
Yeah. Beyond the specs, what's the practical impact?
Exactly, because it feels like more than just a flashy upgrade. For filmmakers, YouTubers, content creators,
Yeah.
what are the real benefits here?
Well, the big one is achieving that high-budget look without the high-budget cost. We're talking rigs that can easily run you $10,000 or more. This setup gets you some of those core capabilities for way, way less.
So more creative freedom without breaking the bank.
Definitely. And it opens doors to things like virtual production, maybe, or more sophisticated multi-camera live streams. Things that were really expensive or complicated before are suddenly more feasible for individuals or small teams.
And the portability aspect is huge too, surely.
Oh, for sure. Carrying a pro-level cinema setup, or at least the core of one, basically in your pocket or a small bag, that's incredible flexibility. Shoot anywhere, anytime, inspiration strikes.
The article calls it the ultimate equalizer. That feels pretty accurate for indie creators, students.
I think that's a fair description. It puts tools with genuinely professional features into the hands of people who simply couldn't access them before due to cost or complexity.
Right.
And it's worth pausing on that, isn't it? Think about the impact of that access. Imagine how many new voices, new perspectives might suddenly be able to create content with really high production values.
Yeah.
Lowering that barrier isn't just about more videos. It could mean an explosion in diverse storytelling, stories from communities maybe we haven't heard from in this way before. How does that change the kinds of stories we consume globally? It's potentially transformative.
That's a really powerful thought. But okay, let's keep it grounded too. Like any tool, especially a powerful one, it's probably not perfect. There must be downsides or considerations.
Oh, absolutely. It's important to have a balanced view. The iPhone 17 Pro plus the ProDock sounds amazing, but it's not like it magically replaces everything else you need.
Right. So what are the caveats? You still need other gear.
Yeah, the source makes that clear. You'll definitely need external SSDs for storage. High-quality video files are huge.
Okay.
Pro audio still really requires proper external microphones. The built-in ones are good, but not that good for serious work.
Makes sense.
And lighting. Good lighting is non-negotiable for a professional look no matter what camera you're using. That doesn't change.
Right. And there's a learning curve mentioned. It's not just point and shoot plus.
Exactly. These are professional features. Genlock, time code, managing external recording, professional audio settings. There's a real learning curve involved to actually master them and use them effectively. It's not automatic.
Okay. And physically, it's obviously going to be bulkier than just a phone.
Yeah, let's be realistic. Once you add the ProDock, cables, maybe an SSD, a mic, it's definitely not just slipping it into your pocket anymore. It becomes a rig, albeit a very compact one compared to traditional setups.
Got it.
Which raises that key question, doesn't it? How do these trade-offs, the extra accessories, the learning curve, the bulk, stack up against the value? And the conclusion, based on the source, is that while those things are real, the value proposition is still kind of incredible. You're getting capabilities like native Genlock, Pro I/O, advanced camera features, for a price that's just a fraction of a dedicated cinema camera package. So yeah, there are trade-offs, but the value for the money seems, as the article puts it, unmatched right now.
It's about understanding that pro often means more pieces, but these pieces are now in a much more accessible package.
Precisely. And for many, many creators, that trade-off is going to be absolutely worth it.
So summing up then, who is this really for? Who should be looking at this iPhone 17 Pro and ProDock combo seriously? What does it mean for you, the listener?
Okay, let's break down the target audience based on what we've discussed.
Yeah. First up, independent filmmakers seem like a prime group, right? Trying to get those Hollywood-style shots, but without the Hollywood budget.
Absolutely. This could be huge for them. Gives them capabilities they could only dream of before.
Then YouTubers, streamers, anyone creating content online who needs to level up their quality to stand out.
Definitely. In that crowded space, production value matters. This offers a significant step up in professionalism, potentially.
And maybe students, media learners.
Oh, for sure. Imagine being able to learn and practice with industry-standard features like Genlock and timecode without needing access to super expensive film school gear. It democratizes the learning as much as the creating.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And I think for anyone in the creative industries, there's a strategic element here too.
Hmm.
Getting familiar with this kind of setup early on. For indie creators, small production houses, it could give you a real competitive edge. Faster turnarounds, more agile, high-quality shoots, maybe prototyping ideas quicker. Understanding this tech now could be really important for how you work and reach your audience in the next few years.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, the big message from Apple and Blackmagic seems pretty loud and clear. The future of filmmaking is in your pocket. It's quite a statement.
It really is.
And it feels like the iPhone 17 Pro with this ProDock isn't just, another phone update. It feels like the start of something genuinely new, the smartphone cinema era, maybe?
I think that's a fair way to put it.
Yeah.
It marks a point where the device most of us carry every day has crossed a pretty significant line into serious professional territory.
Yeah.
And it really does make you wonder, doesn't it? This massive democratization of advanced filmmaking tools. How is that going to fundamentally change the kinds of stories we see being told? And maybe more importantly, who gets to tell them in the years ahead? What stories, what voices that were maybe held back by technical or financial barriers before will now find an audience because the camera is essentially right there in their pocket?
That is definitely something to think about long after this deep dive ends. A really powerful question.
Indeed.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today as we unpack this future of mobile filmmaking. We hope you feel informed, maybe a little excited about the possibilities.
Keep exploring, keep creating.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.